What is up, gamers and gamettes? This is me, Shockingful here, with a new series, slash video. And this series is called Stories with Shocking. This is when I get a random book like Moby Dick or the Hunger Games, and I go and I tear a page out of it. I rephrase that whole page until it fits into one 6 minute story or 9 minute gameplay, and make it into my own words for I could take full credit of it. Yeah, okay, I don't really do that. Some I just really wanted to play a joke. Don't arrest me. I'm only 13. Okay, anyways, but it is when I tell a true story of my childhood, or I get a guess, or tell a story of my friends or my siblings or whatever relationship I have with that person, and I tell their story. But today it's my story, so let's get to it. Alright, it's usually just to let you know, it's usually on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So, but since I announced this video yesterday, and I wasn't able to upload it in the morning or yesterday during the nighttime, so I told you I was gonna upload a video, so I'm gonna upload it now at 9 o'clock at PM on a Friday. Oh great, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Fuck you, Shocking. You're a freaking retard. Am I right or am I right? Put a like in the description. Am I right? But anyways, the gameplay I have for you today is the USAS gameplay, and this gun, in my opinion, is totally more OP than that damn striker. I get way better freaking KDRs with this gun than my striker, and I now I have damage or end range, but still before that, I could kill some people in 2 shots. Very OP if you really ask me. But anyways, who's talking? It's about the gameplay. Well, not really about the gameplay. It's about my life stories. If I could go on, don't. If I have a reason not to go to therapist. Okay, JK again, guys. But here it is, and today is not. It's more about 2 stories because it is a long gameplay. So hopefully, I might say 3, but I have a lot of stories, a lot of crazy stuff when I was a little kid. And let's get to it. And today, let's get to it. Okay, once upon a time. I'm not gonna do that. All right. My mom was young, so they liked to party, so they went to her cousin's house. And one day, um, I was with them because I had to go and take them. My grandmother couldn't babysit me right now, so I was the only one that could go. And officially, I was um I was inside the house, and but the window was open for some weird reason. I don't know. My mom didn't see it or whatever. I was only like 2, 3 years old, so I barely remember anything. What's really I don't know any of it. I'm just going by my mom's point of view and the point of view of other people, the eyewitnesses, if you say so. And what happens that I when I what happens that when I the window was open when I woke up, I went to the window, and I wanted to I was freaked out. I never seen this house because I at least have not really common sense, but I knew I wasn't in the right house. When little kids, my nephew is only like 2, 3 years old, and he knows the way to my mom's house. So that's kind of creepy, just putting it out there. But as that's trying to go to the story that I kind of knew I did not know where I was at because it's a new place. So I was freaked out. I jumped out the window, and I landed on top of my head on the concrete on the pavement of the drive-through. And so my mom said there was some lady screaming. There was a kid bleeding on the drive-through, and my mom runs out there, and she's me. She's me. Her first instinct is to grab me and call 911. She calls 911, and the ambulance comes. They take me. I'm bleeding as heck, but I survived, and I have no brain damage whatsoever. JK. I'm not very sure. I am smarter than an average kid, so I don't know. Maybe it helped me. But what do you call it? Um, instead of finding no head injuries, but whatsoever, but instead the doctors found an assist. If you don't know what assist is, I barely know either. But I just go by this. It's like not really a tumor, but it's like fluid inside your. It's like fluid, kind of mostly. And I'm going by my perspective of it. It's like what do you call it? It could have been a tumor, but since it wasn't growing, it's not a tumor. It's just like fluid inside my. It was more like a hole inside my brain filled with water. think of a hill, and then you dig a hill, you dig a hole in the hill, and then it rains and there's water right there. Yeah, that's how it was on my brain. That made sense. Anyways, what do we call it? The cops, the doctor does all this stuff. Cops. Anyways, the doctor did all this stuff, and but it didn't grow. It wasn't the medicine I took. It just never grew, and so that was a good thing. Cause unless they would have to have surgery and all that, what they're supposed to do, take it off? It's in my brain, dude. It's like, like they can't open up my skull. I don't want to have a freaking scab, but as long as it didn't grow. But I had to take a long, boring CAT scans. CAT scans kind of like an X-ray, but more for your organs and your intestines and all that stuff. Like another, like the version of your meat. If you really think about, because the X-ray shows your bones, a CAT scan shows like your organs and all that. So I'm trying to put out there for it can make sense of the story. And as what happens that I they're very boring. Well, my parents had to put me asleep because it's kind of a risk, as you say, to put someone asleep during something. I was only a kid, and you have to be freaking still. If you don't stay still, you'll mess up the whole CAT scan, and it takes about 10 minutes for one, like for like one segment of a CAT scan. It's very boring, and I'm in there still as hell, but I'm asleep, so that's good. But it's kind of risk being putting medicine on me for I could be asleep because it's kind of messed up for my brain. I'm not my brain. I mean it. You could die if you really ask me, because it's like it's forcing you to go to sleep. So yeah, you could die. But my parents didn't want to take that risk, even though it's like a 1 out of 100 chance of dying. But you never know. So I'm like 6 years old, not six. I'm like probably like 8 years old when I'm able to have common sense not to move, or else I will have to do this all over again. And it's very loud in there because you hear this big machine, and there's all these weird noises. Freaking, I'm not even falling asleep. I'm wide awake, staying there, freaked out. My first time ever doing it. And then what happens that it's boring as hell, and it's in this weird room in the hospital. I can't even describe the room. It looks like like from a sci-fi movie. And then all this shit's going on. I actually moved at one point, but it was like during, I don't know, I just wanted to move because the urge of a child of curiosity, it's so much great, and I finally moved, and then I look and I see my parents in this other room, like in the glass room. I'm like, the hell, am I gonna die? I'm all freaked out. I'm not very sure how CAT scan even goes. It's my first time really me being awake, because when I was asleep, I wake up in like the waiting room in the that patient suit or whatever it's called. When you're butt naked and you just had that thing on. Yeah, it was kind of weird, but oh well. But that's my story. I hope you enjoy. I know it wasn't really funny, more of a reason for not to visit therapists. But don't worry, I have some other crazy stories. Since this is my first one, I don't want to blur out my good ones out yet. But that's my story. Hope you enjoy. And if you, Braveheart or anyone in my clan watching this, no, I'm not stupid. I forgot my IQ, but it's not that high, but it's a little high. So hope you enjoy. And this is me, Shock Info here, signing off.